fine. I send you a little explanation. So I could make the storeroom's actual crime scene, yes? In which case, the murderer is someone committed to the auction. And if the photograph is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer, or the culprit was an attendee. The killer later invited for the victim into the storeroom, where the exchange of illicit goods was to be taking place. So instead, the victim is suggested a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum. There, is that about to sum it up? Because I won't be accepting the battles.
I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony.
There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Right then, time to fight back. You have to win this one for us.
And I will. Time to take Franziska's testimony to task.
Hold it!
You concede the point rather easily. I can't help but be suspicious.
I'm not in the habit of denying facts that are already supported by the evidence. That's all there is to it. You were able to show the murder actually took place in the storeroom.
Hold it!
And how exactly did you come to that conclusion?
Members of big building staff are questioned extensively. None mentioned the secret storeroom. Since its existence was known only to a handful of people.
And of course that storeroom is where the items were to be sold in the auction were being kept.
Very good. Which suggests a link between knowledge of the storeroom and the involvement in the auction. If the photographer's to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee.
Hold it!
You believe the victim and the ringleader were one and the same?
I do. And the murderer was... Why are you asking her this? You said the exact same thing yourself, dummy.
So I did. But I was merely confirming Franziska's reasoning in order to...
Oh, don't give me that horse shit. You get caught saying something stupid and I'll give you a laugh and move on with your day. The murder was the one of the auction attendees. What? You don't got no notes for our friend here after that little performance of his? Of course, assuming our friend the photographer's word can be trusted.
I can't quite tell if they love or hate one another.
Anyway, the more relevant point here is the culprit actually carried out the plan.
Hold it!
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Yeah, hiding someplace. If you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know there's plenty of other places to hide too.
You're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival?
I believe we can easily assume the murder took place until auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself. She'd surely be needed to be present for the proceedings.
She thinks it happened afterward. Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Franziska?
Hold it!
After the auction ended, you say? You're sure of that?
If the victim was the auctioneer, I don't see how else it could have happened, do you? I mean, she's right. You can't have an auction without an auctioneer.
No, you can't, can you? Why does that suddenly feel significant?
Objection!
Seems you're one step behind again, Franziska.
How so?
The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Miss Hart gave us.
If she made it, it's not worth the air she used to say it. I done told you, I'm a journalist, dang it. My word is ow. Did I ask you to open your mouth?
Objection!
Calm down, listen for a second, Franziska. Miss Hart witnessed at least one of the events surrounding the murder, and she confirmed the auction continued after the murder occurred.
You bet I did. And right on, nothing happened at all.
How would that have been possible without an auctioneer, It wouldn't. So you see, the victim could not have been the auctioneer, she was one of the attendees.
9.
As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer. She has been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then, who was the victim really?
Well, if the auction carried on after the murder...
The victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee.
That's enough.
I know that sound all too well.
Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman.
Oh, there's no need for all the pomp and circumstance, Verity. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely. Alright, Celsius, what are you doing here? I just stopped by to see how my boneheaded boy was getting along. They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant. I thought I might need to light a fire into this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back where we started.
Men, detain the suspect immediately.
Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent. Shut your meddling mouth! You're becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. Oh, dear. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us. It's bad for me too, personally. Sorry, it must be my age.
Your unlawful investigation ends here and will not be permitted to resume. In case you've forgotten, you're no longer a prosecutor, you have no authority here. And what's more, there's a matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect.
She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Verity. Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest, but know this. We've uncovered a new suspect. This person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this...
You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The raincoat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood, along with some cherry blossom petals.
Cherry blossom petals? Like the ones on the roof?
Yes, stuck to the edges of the bloodstains, due to the blood being fresh at the time.
The results came back already, my boy. There's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. What? Well, I figured as much. That completely undermines my entire case. All our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. If they were the victim instead, Kay remains top of the suspect list.
Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person in a red raincoat on the roof, correct? Yeah, I did. We now know the person is the murder victim, and you're the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we know how the encounter went.
No, Kay was attacked by that person. She's the victim here, not the aggressor.
As far as I recall, we've yet to see any evidence that proves that she was attacked as you claim. Even if such proof existed, Miss Ria could have simply been acting in self-defense.
Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent.
But I'm not.
Kay?
I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now. Right when it happened. The murderer, it was me. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. No. Here's what I reckon happened. I reckon she made her way out of the hatch and collapsed in front of Kay, and in shock, Kay wandered down the hatch by mistake. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer.
No, you're not. You can't be.
Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was a pool of blood. Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? I know why. It's because I was the killer. The court recognised the legitimacy of the accused's memories.
What? You didn't believe her 5 minutes ago?
I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. It will not go unrewarded. Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings. As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request the suspect be... We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant. How dare you take that tone with me?
This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand you give us more time to investigate. You may say my investigation is unlawful. What could be unlawful than this?
Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law.
Indeed you don't, but I do. And while I can't help be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity.
Speaking of the law, it seems there's one other we must arrest.
Yes, I almost forgot. Miles. What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do nothing wrong. He wasn't doing squats! By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity.
You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation, and you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You're no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more.
That reminds me, there's supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there, concerning your conduct? I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow. Though I fear I may already know the outcome. Oh, look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard.
Court is adjourned. Oh dear.
Never thought I'd spend another night in here again. And they stripped me of all the evidence we painstakingly gathered. Even though they did let me keep Kay's fat Yakugaratsu pin. I can't help but worry about her. They better be treating her well. The murderer,
The murderer, it was me. I remember looking down and The person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer.
Come on, let's go. You got a visitor. A visitor? Who? Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Want me to send him away? No. I'm not sure what I'd even say to him. Wait here. They're leaving me unsupervised?
Forgive the intrusion.
Judge Cavell?
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, take a seat.
What are you doing here? I was told it was Detective Gumshoe.
I imagined you wouldn't come if you knew it was me.
What could she possibly want from me now? I suppose I better find out.
You may not be aware of this, but you're only permitted to meet with specially approved visitors.
Trying to be treated like a dangerous criminal, am I? I suppose my reputation has rather plummeted.
It has indeed. For you, of course, and your friends. The attorney and the other girl were raising quite the fuss earlier.
Thunder and Emma.
I saw them launch some extremely heated words at one of the guards.
No, you didn't.
You may thank the goddess in that regard, for even if she's too busy to deal with each and every infraction, they'll not be punished for their bad behaviour.
Did you come here just to chit-chat with me? You must have a lot of time on your hands.
Speaking of which, Ms. Von Karma's continuing the investigation where you left off. I thought you'd like to know. I figured you'd be worried about how they were all doing.
I hate to admit it, but she's read me like a book. Let's cut the shit, Your Honor. Why are you really here?
I'm simply here to talk, nothing more. There is something I wish to know about you.
Me?
Yes, who else? Objectively speaking, you're a highly intelligent and quick-witted. A born prosecutor at that.
Please, Judge Cavell, your sarcastic praises but salt on my wounds.
But I sincerely mean every word, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I fail to understand you. Take this latest case, for example. You were up against the very committee itself. You had no hope of succeeding. Even a child could have seen that, and yet...
I don't imagine the old me would have ever been so reckless. The old me had power, and because of that I thought that justice was always on my side. Just as you and the committee believe now. But a certain person changed my mind. He made me reckon with my selfish and skewed sense of justice. And once the scales had fallen from my eyes, I began to look at people differently. I saw that I was only able to be an effective prosecutor thanks to the efforts of those around me. Detective Gumshoe, the many investigative officers of the force, even Kay. It changed me. The degree to which it changed me still surprises me to this day.
I see. Thank you. I feel perhaps I understand you a little better now.
You understand me? I highly doubt it. Someone who's so focused on forcing their idea of justice onto others can't possibly see what I see.
Is that so? Is that what you truly believe? I will say one thing. This has been a very interesting conversation. That's all. Before I go, there is one remaining matter. I was asked to inform you the date of your hearing's been confirmed. It will be held today in the trial chamber. The committee sends its warmest regards.
If that was all you had to tell me, you could have just sent a message.
I entrust the goddess's words to another? That wouldn't do now, would it? Until then, Mr. Edgeworth, I'll see you again very shortly.
Wow, no music, no nothing. There's a poster in the corridor outside. We regret to announce, due to the warden's arrest, the Die of Destiny game will be discontinued. Inmates will no longer need to roll a die every morning to determine their meals for the day. We wholeheartedly apologise to those who are looking forward to their daily casting of the die. Did anyone really need an apology for the cessation of such a ridiculous idea in the first place? I barely spent any time in here and I can feel my personal appearance slipping. I may have given up my badge, but I mustn't give up myself. My collar is slightly creased. There. A tidy outside begets a tidy inside, which is why it's more important now than ever to take care of myself. There's a menu here on the table. Seems detainees are able to pay to have their meals brought to their cells. What looks good? Spaghetti and mac and cheese lunch, add linguine for only $1. Bats me and brown rice special, for a limited time only, add extra white rice at no extra cost. It's probably for the best that I'm not very hungry. The window is barred with a heavy steel. Reminds me of a movie I once saw. A prison inmate hatched a plot to escape using a file to cut his cell bars. I won't be doing that, of course. For one thing, I don't have a file on me at the moment. What am I saying? I wouldn't do it even if I did have one. There's a note on the wall next to the toilet. Sorry, we're currently out of toilet paper. Please make necessary mental preparations before using the toilet. What sort of mental preparations could one even make? A very basic bed. I can't say it was very comfortable to sleep on, however. I imagine Detective Gumshoe would sleep soundly on it nevertheless, loudly snoring all the while. I suppose we'll never get to work together again. But I don't have any regrets about the bed I've made. I will follow my own path to the end. Do I have another visitor? Kay!
Oh,
Thank goodness you seem alright. That takes a load off my mind. Ah, such a heartwarming scene. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But you're still not your usual cheery. I mean, you have to stay positive, Kay. You didn't do anything wrong. I guarantee you didn't.
you have to let it go. I'm the murderer. I know that now.
But you're not. You can't be. Why don't you have any faith in yourself?
How can I, Mr. Edgeworth, when there's no me left to believe in?
None at all. I don't think that's true. Before you lost your memory, we spent quite a bit of time together. I dare say you left quite the impression on me. So you see, there's still plenty of you left. That's why I believe so much in your innocence, and it's why you should believe in yourself too.
Thank you. But I can't. I would just cause more pain for the both of us. Please, you have to forget her. Forget that Kay. She's gone.
Kay, no! You remind me of my younger self, you know. So noble, so bold. This is the justice you and your committee stand for. Justice, I suppose you could call it that. What's he up to? Why is he into such lengths to control everything? I can't shake the feeling something's very wrong here. Is there some hidden agenda at play? There's no time to second guess myself. I'm going to find out what it is, and it's now or never.
He's the auctioneer, isn't he?
Well then, my boy, I suppose I should be... Wait. Why is the chairman so intent on seeing Kay charged with the murder? It makes no sense. There must be some rhyme or reason to this madness. Oh my god. Come now, Miles, I'm a busy, important man. I can't be wasting my precious time talking to you. The only way out of our current predicament is through Chairman Winner. There's so much to ask and so little time. I start by finding out why he rushed to have Kay arrested so quickly. I can't just let this happen. I'm getting answers if it's the last thing I do. Why are you so keen to push through Kay's arrest? I've yet to hear a satisfactory explanation. An explanation? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Don't give me that, you know exactly what I mean. I advise you moderate your tone, dear boy. You need a reminder of your position. Suppose we did let your friend go free. What then? What do you mean, what then? Think how that would look, my boy. Who would have to take the blame? Me, that's who. You're right to keep your mouth shut. That way you don't say anything foolish. Sorry, but I can't stay silent forever. Not about Kay's innocence still in doubt. See? Oh, you're breaking my heart. Look at the flood of tears spilling out. Please, just leave it alone, will you? Things were coming along nicely until you interfered. Coming along nicely? That's a pretty strange way of putting it. It's almost as if you wanted Kay's arrest to happen. It certainly doesn't sound like the statement of an impartial representative of the law. You think so? Well, it wasn't my intention. Has it occurred to you might just be overthinking things a little? Chairman Winner certainly knows how to dodge a question. It doesn't change the fact that serious doubts remain concerning Kay's arrest. Next, we'll press him on whether he actually believes the investigation was sufficient. We can't allow any of his statements to go unexamined, no matter how trivial they may seem. One of them may give us the breakthrough we need. You can hardly say your investigation was sufficient. You're the one who called all the shots, weren't you? Including the decision to have Kay arrested? Oh, I'm afraid I'm nowhere near as influential as you think, dear boy. You're the chairman of the committee. It doesn't get much more influential than that. Not that I care about such things. You wound me. It's enough to drive an old man to tears. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the differential type. But if you're going to insist on being so blunt, I'm afraid you won't be seeing your prosecutor's badge again anytime soon. Nothing more to say? Wonderful, I'll be on my way. Shit. Seems the silent treatment will work every time. Can't just let this happen. I'm getting answered if it's the last thing I do.
Oh shit, I misread it. I thought it said I can live without the badge.
Let me make something clear once and for all. The badge isn't the be-all end-all for me, far from it. I'm not concerned with titles or roles, even you must understand that much. So young, so very, very young. A word of advice, Miles, from someone who's been around the block. You're hopelessly naive, my boy, idiotically so. That's certainly got under his skin. He might be less guarded in his answers while he's in this state. Now's my chance. How much time was spent on your investigation altogether? You really don't give up, do you? Even my patience has its limits, you know. What a coincidence. So does mine. Now answer the question. Do you believe your investigation was sufficient or not? You these days won't want to be so reckless. You makes me want to put you in your place. You're going to regret that, my boy. Maybe you do know your place after all. What's the matter? Scared? Hardly. I was just thinking about how best to proceed. Getting answers from the elderly requires sensitivity. They can get emotional after all. You have no common sense whatsoever, do you? Don't you understand? Your fate rests in my hands. Let's say you do manage to get some answers from me. There's nothing you can do with them. Won't give it up, dear boy. No. And why not? Simple. I'm not about to let the truth escape me. Interesting. I think I'm beginning to see what makes you tick. But what you're doing is pointless. Tragically and miserably pointless. Please, just give up. She's guilty. The decision has to be made. Once again, your choice of words intrigues me. It's almost as if Kay's guilt had already been determined from before her arrest. What are you trying to imply? I'm implying that things haven't gone as they normally should. Everything has proceeded as if Kay's arrest was the end goal right from the start. Well, Chairman Winner, was it? Certainly an intriguing theory, but also a complete work of fiction. I'm afraid I don't have time for such flights of fancy. I think it's time we brought the shabby little farce to an end, don't you? No, he's trying to make an escape. We must confirm the legality of Kay's arrest before he slips away. It's faint, but the truth's only beginning to emerge. I'm not about to let this opportunity pass me by. We're not done yet. I'm tired of all this talking. Make it brief, will you? Who gave the order? Who decided Kay should have been arrested? You know, I can't seem to remember. Don't ever get old, Miles, my boy. It wreaks havoc on the memory. I don't have a clue as to proceed with this line of questioning. They're trying to attack for now. Kay is innocent. No, my boy, that's just clumsy. Anyone can blurt out a baseless assertion like that, even a disgraced superstar prosecutor. Okay. There's another thing I've heard from you so far. It's clear Kay's arrest is entirely unfounded. Well, I think we're all familiar with this particular refrain of yours by now. I'm afraid it doesn't matter either way. You don't have what it takes to secure her release anyhow. How dare you take this so lightly as a man of the law? My, aren't you a rude little boy? My fuse is only so long. Honestly speaking, I don't have time to waste on every last question you can dream up. I have certain responsibilities to attend to, you know. I'm really quite the busy man. Or are you just pretending to be busy, No. It's an awful thing to say to a fragile old man. I work harder than I should at my age. I ask you, my boy, What could I even hope to accomplish by putting up such pretense? You obviously don't want to talk about the case anymore. That's why you're so keen to get out of this conversation, isn't it? It's just so tragic, it really is. You would suspect me of all things. It's not a suspicion, it's a certainty. There were no clear grounds on which to base Kay's arrest from a start. No, my boy, let's not get carried away. There is plenty of evidence to support our case. The mask, the letter, the corsage. These are all in her possession. Of course, the confession. More than enough to prove her guilt, I'd say. But those are... What's the matter? Struggling to come up with a way to explain everything away?
Fuck it! Don't make me start all over again, I don't have the fucking time. God damn it, okay. What grounds? Buy me time. Talk about the case. Explanation. Fuck. Ow! Miles, my boy, I'm a very busy man, so you have to excuse me now.
Curses! Can't give up now, I have to keep pushing. Once more onto the breach.
Right. What grounds? Buy time. Avoid the case.
Well, there we have it. Your silence speaks volumes. It's true I can't counter your argument right now. You did just let something valuable slip. Suspiciously detailed knowledge of the evidence against Kay. You rattled off that list like you knew it inside and out. A thing that might prove to be a valuable clue.
Who gave the order?
I'd appreciate it if you stopped playing the old man card. You remember the details of the evidence against Kay pretty clearly. Perhaps if your memory didn't fail you only when it was convenient, I'd be more inclined to believe you. So let me ask you again, who gave the order for Kay's arrest? You're a sharp one, I'll give you that. My son could learn a thing or two from you. If he wasn't such an incurable numbskull, it is. It's a tragedy, really. I don't want to hear about your son. I want to know who authorized the arrest. You're very mean, you know that, don't you? The arrest, you say? I believe the order was given by...
Oh, fuck off. Maybe I misread it and he said, who do you believe the order was given by?
Come now, Chairman Winner, we both know it was you. Alright, you got me. You make it sound like it was somehow a bad thing, though. But I have a reputation to uphold. I guess I better clear this little misunderstanding. I'll entertain your questions for a few more minutes, see if I can put your mind at ease. The key thing to do now is to establish how intimately he knows the details of the case. I just have to ask the right questions. The end game is at hand. We're a few moves away from the truth. You seem to know the case in quite some detail. I know about a lot of things, my boy. I'm just smart like that. Too bad the same can't be said about the way you handled Kay's arrest. I'm a very busy man. Do try and remember I can bring this little chat to an end whenever I choose. It's only taking so long because you won't give me a straight answer to any of my questions. If only you'd stop giving me the runaround, we'd be done already. So let's try again. You seem to know the details of the case quite intimately. Why is that? I read the case file. Not exactly the most thrilling use of my time, of course, but it's part of the job. I have to be a good role model. Can't be seen slacking. It can be so hard. I have some time on my hands, so I read the whole thing cover to cover. Fuck. Okay. Let's try that again. Bite my time. You keep saying how busy you are. Strange, I could have sworn you told me you're a very busy man. I'd say the cracks are finally starting to show, wouldn't you? If you're so keen on being an upstanding leader, you can start by releasing Kay, you know. You really don't give up, do you? It's a moving sight indeed, my boy. A tragic one, too. After all, your efforts have been naught. I'm afraid the little friend was found unconscious near the scene of the crime. Bollocks. We've yet to hear much about the circumstances under which Kay was found. She was lying unconscious in the storeroom, correct? That's right, although I'm not at liberty to tell you how I know that. He knows things even we didn't. In fact, he seems to be aware of every tiny detail about the case. This could be a valuable clue. The suspect, Kay Faraday. How much you know about her exactly? I know she's the suspect. Apart from that much, not much else. Cross my heart, but it's true. Sorry, but the more you tell me, the less sense your story makes. For one thing, you know details even those investigations of the case we're not aware of. Why is that? How much do you really know, Chairman Winner? Oh. There's an intimidating face you like to make again. Two can play at this game. How'd you like me now, huh? I do have to commend you on your doggedness. It's really something. I'll take this as a compliment. Take it however you like, but wrap this up, will you? I don't have the stamina anymore. She's the culprit. It's the only possible suspect. Accepted already. How much more evidence do you want us to load her down with, for God's sake? Load her down with? Yet another interesting turn of phrase. One that makes it sound a lot like the items Kay was carrying might have been foisted upon her. Impressive. You really do pay attention, don't you? No wonder they used to call you a prodigy, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. I think you know the answer to your own question by now. Why don't you just go ahead and say it? I want to hear it from you. Finally time to shed light on the truth. All that's left is to play one last move. Kay is innocent.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Time to deploy my clue. Kay was framed. The true culprit set it all up so she would take the fall instead. That is my answer. I won't let you deny it any longer. Oh, my boy, you are a sharp one. Bit of a shame you chose to hand in your badge. I admit it, you're right on all accounts. And that's checkmate. You knew Kay wasn't the real murderer and you still had her arrested. What's worse, you thought you could get away with it. Well, you won't, not if I can help it. There you go with that naivety again, my boy. I guess it was always your problem. With the girl arrested and the conviction secured, the whole mess goes away, and that's what will happen. Whose interest does a conclusion like that serve? The committee's, I suppose, and mine. Listen to you just now. Really gets the tears flowing, I have to say. It was poignant and heartfelt and sincere, and utterly infuriating. I'm not perfect, I know that, but your lack of sophistication in these matters is beyond the pale. You insist the truth is more important than anything else, but would you say the same if I knew what the real value of the truth is? What are you trying to say? When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth, you make it little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer, that's the truth I created. Yes, my boy, that's what I like to see. You're so sincere, sometimes it's painful. It makes me want to put you in your place. You know the real truth will get you nowhere, because that's how much it's worth. Nothing. Shocking, I know. Why not go after the real killer? How much do you even know about what really happened? You're still not getting it. That's your truth. And it's worthless. Mine is all that matters. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I have all the power here. Curse you. Aren't you menacing? You and your little friend are just as bad as each other. Violent criminals who deserve to be locked up. You'll pay for this. And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Oh, it just made me want to cry and cry and cry. I'm not planning to disappear just yet, Chairman Winner. There's still the hearing later today. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world.